Can you, when those were playing, can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Hold on, I'm shutting the door.
So we definitely have Bluetooth headphones. I hear echoes all over the place.
It's quite echoey in here when all three of us are on the same live stream.
So loud. I don't know how to turn the speakers down.
Really?
They're so loud.
Is there a volume knob?
Yeah, there should be a
knob on the speaker.
On which speaker? There's only one, and there's no knob on it.
There's probably a second speaker hitting somewhere. Nikki probably hit it.
Oh, I see it. Yes.
We are live from the Tekie Geek office.
Also, it doesn't have a knob on it.
Really?
No.
It's so loud. The whole place is vibrating.
I know. I hear it from here. That's why I shut my door.
I don't know what to do.
Let's see. Gary.
Oh, God.
Yeah, can you put your mask on and help Laura to figure out how to lower her speakers? Look at this. We're in the office. We actually have support now.
Sorry.
It was weird to watch him walk by and see him enter the room at the same time.
Wait, whoa, what was... Ooh. Did you just cough?
I did.
Right.
I had bacon, egg, and cheese stuck in my throat.
All right. I feel like I should go in there and spray her with Lysol.
Please do that. Please. I would love to catch my reaction on camera. I'm like afraid to talk too loud in here. I feel like everyone's going to hear me. It's so echoey.
You figure it out, Gary? He's good. I would hope you figure it out. All right, now here's the test. Let's see if he washes his hands as he goes by. Let's see, because we can see in the sink behind me. Let's see.
Probably not.
Full screen it. Let's see. He heard us. It's the only reason he's doing it. Is it because you heard me ask?
No, I got to be excited.
All right, so we are live from the Tekie Geek office. It is Monday, June 8th. Phase 1 in New York City begins today. So that is amazing. We have really, have you guys looked at the curve at all to see what we've done to this?
I haven't.
Not exactly. I've seen the ones for Jersey where it spikes high and then it really kind of pitters off.
Really? So let me pull this up. New York has really done an amazing thing. Look at this.
Yeah.
We are down to yesterday, the 6th, so 781 cases. That is less cases than when we first started and went into quarantine. And that's when, and we're testing now. Remember, back then the numbers were so low because we didn't have the test capability. Mm-hmm. They say now, I think in New York City, of testing, only 2% of tests are actually positive when people get tests completed.
Really?
So what's the deal with the tests being inaccurate? Because I know there was that 15% inaccuracy rate for a while.
That's the antibody test. That's not
That's different.
Yeah, these are the COVID. This is active COVID. So this test, you actually take a COVID test and you are have coronavirus. Yeah. Inaccuracy is the antibody test. So that's to tell you, have you had coronavirus or not.
So that's still as inaccurate as it's been?
Yeah, so they're still working on it. Like, I wanted to get one, and I was thinking about this weekend because, like, we could get one up the block.
Mm.
And I called, but then, like, Nicole's like, it's inaccurate. Why are you going to go get it? Like, if you get it and they tell you you're negative, that could be wrong. If they tell you you're positive, that could be wrong. And why wait
Either
till
way, you're messing your brain up, like wondering.
right? So, but those are inaccurate. But we have really, like, that is amazing. Like, and if you look, I calculate, if you calculate that as a percentage of New York, there's only 0.005% of people getting affected a day. Like, that's nothing. Like, we have, it's like really, it's a really good thing. Now, however, if you take that and look at some of the states that have opened, and that's the fear, right? So you look at Florida, right? Florida opened, and look, they're on.
Gosh.
Now, of course, their cases, it looks worse because they never had as many cases as us, but still, they now have more daily cases than us. You pull up Texas, who's another one that completely opened and got rid of everything. It's a climb up, right? And they've been getting worse and worse. You know, they're climbing up. You pull Arizona, another state that opened up.
Oh, wow.
And just look in the past few days, what's upticking. These aren't even now. So let's take Minnesota, right? So we're 12 days in the protest now, right? I think it was.
Is it? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because it is it. We got to look. I think so, but luckily they're kind of staying. Like, that's the thing we want to see. Washington D.C., right? We want to see if those where there's protesting, do they have a huge uptick? Maybe the virus is mutated that it's less. I have no clue. I'm not a virologist. I'm just what's happening now. The problem is we all want this to just go away, right? We all want this miracle. The problem is if this miracle happens, then people are going to say, "See, it was nothing." Right? We could have just opened. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe it mutated. Maybe it, we don't know. No matter what, I'll take it, right? If we could actually have this disappear, and I'll take it. Brazil, I think, is really bad right now, though.
Yeah, Brazil's not doing.
I think they're like, they had more cases than the U.S. had in a single day at one point last week. And their population is less than.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the population difference between them and us?
I think they have 200 million. We have, I think, 380 million.
Yes.
Wow, it's almost double.
Do we still have like the most cases and like the most deaths?
I don't think so. Hold on. For that, I will pull up the World Health Meter, Worldometer. So this site has a lot of good stuff. So let's see. Total cases, we have the most cases. We also did the most testing, right? That is 100% true. We have done the most testing. How about deaths? Yes, so we have the most deaths as well, like 112,000, which is crazy, right? Italy, think about Italy. Remember, they were in a full lockdown.
Yeah, and
worried, like they were
like, oh, it won't be, Italy, and close it down too late. But
well, here's the crazy thing, right? Now, we all know you can't take China's numbers. You have to take China's numbers with a grain of salt, right? However, let's look at total deaths. Let me know when we get to China. Number 18. Think of the population of China, right? Now, even if you saw total cases, China is number 18 by total cases as well. Like, think of their population. So them blocking everybody. Now, again, the number lies. I get it. So you don't really know. It's hard to tell. But yeah, Brazil has upticked ahead of everybody in number of cases, except for us, And again,
it's hard to see even what's going on. I gotta say, I can't really see anything on the screen.
Oh, on the laptop, really?
Yeah, I mean, because even on a Windows screen, it's gonna be so little if someone's watching this like on their phone. There's no one who's gonna be able to read that.
Right. Come on, people, get better eyes. So, but we are in the office. We are practicing social distancing. We have masks, which suck. They really are. I was here on Friday with Jimmy setting up, and we had the N95 mask. It was so hot and sweaty, and then like Jimmy was over by the door, and I'm like, "Oh, if you're by the door, you don't need the mask." He's like, "Oh, thank God." Like,
Well, that was like my sister moved places right as this was starting. So it was like back in March. So we were trying to move an entire apartment into a different apartment.
Wearing masks.
All wearing masks. It was awful.
That.
Get up the flight of stairs and you're just like breathe, like heavy.
It's tough, and it makes you appreciate what like doctors and go through, right? Because you're performing a surgery, right? They're in a mask. Like, you just think. So they have your life on the line. They're like performing this surgery that and they're breathing through a mask. And I guess when you use it every day, it's like anything, you get used to it. But it sucks. And it makes you appreciate what they do.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate antibacterial gel. That's all over the office, if you've noticed. Nicole told me don't put the smelly one out, though, because she said no one will use it. I'll show it to you. It's really bad.
Yeah. You heard about it, right?
She's like, if you put that one out, no one will use it. Put the good stuff out.
Good stuff.
Put the one that doesn't smell like crap. It really is terrible. So what'd you do this weekend?
Me or Christina?
Anybody either. Jump. My phone is so loud.
Oh my gosh. I actually went to the beach this weekend.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I went later in the day, so it wasn't like super packed with people.
What beach did you go to? Lavalette.
Yeah, it's like, for anybody who doesn't know where Lavalette is, it's like Seaside, and then it's like 2 towns up from Seaside. But it's nice. It's a cute like little residential place. So there wasn't people. You know, we were able to kind of sit on the beach and not be bothered by anybody, or like be bothered by like trying to social distance from anybody, which was really nice. So.
Do you wear the mask like when you're getting onto the beach?
I didn't. Just because, my grandparents have a house down there, so we were really just walking like from the house to the beach, which was like maybe 2 blocks. So we weren't like super concerned with like meeting up with anybody.
Right. And now
we did get dinner later, and we wore our masks like to go pick up dinner.
Now, do you use the public bathroom at the beach, or do you walk back to your grandparents?
No, there's also actually no public beach at Lavalette. It's very small.
It's very small.
Yeah.
So that's like this like Cuomo was talking about on Sunday. Like, we've done a really good job, right? So they're allowing graduations of 150 kids or less starting June 26th. So he said this way that gives us another 2.5 weeks. Make sure with the opening we don't see an uptick, and if we don't, we can allow 150 graduations. Now, politicians are complaining, well, you know, schools have more than that. Well, okay, we understand that. They're going to have to do it in phases, right? Like, if you have 1,000 kids, you're going to have 6 ceremonies that you bring them in.
Oh, that's shitty. Why even bother at that rate?
But
that's so much production.
Graduation, though, because college graduations, you do it by college. So, you know, you have your big graduation, and then you have like, oh, were you in the business college, or were you in like, you know, the medical?
Right.
Like, it's just kind of like that. It's just a little different.
It's a little different, but at least they get to go on site, you know, and have a real graduation. However, you know, and the other thing he was saying is they've proven, like, look, we learn, and we still learn every day more about this virus. They originally believed it was very like surface, right? It was all very surface based. Now they believe the transmission is really very hard through surfaces. He said you still have to worry about it, but not like you originally did. However, the one thing they've learned that's scary is the fact that it lives in the air for 3 hours. So if you're in a public bathroom and someone coughs in a public bathroom, you don't even realize. You come an hour later and you're in that bathroom breathing, you could technically be breathing in the virus. And they say that's kind of the scary thing.
Yeah.
So because my vent is tied to the bathroom, no coughing in the bathroom, please. Here.
Just wear your mask when you pee.
Yeah, please pee when you wear your mask so I don't get virus coming over. I already have to deal with the smell, so let's keep it. I don't know what the hell is. It's like I'm in the one place. I'm like, what the hell is going on in here? I have to leave my office. See, I'm nice. I gave myself the shitty office, literally. So no, but it feels good to be in the office and have everyone here and see people.
Yeah, just like getting out and being able to see other people than like your immediate family is
Mhm.
change.
I gotta say, my dogs are probably bugging out at home now though, because they're like been so spoiled the past like 3 months, just like me being home every day that I had to get up and get ready, and they were looking at me like, "Bitch, where the you think you're going today?" It's like, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, my daughter is like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Work." To the office?
What's that?
She's like, "Can I come?" I'm like, "No."
No, not anymore.
I'm not comfortable enough bringing you down to the office yet. Like her, she'd walk around, touch everything.
Be a kid.
Everything
It's just like everything is touchable.
is touchable. Dad, let's play the arcade. Let's do this. Let's do that. But no, it feels good to be here. Good to see people. There's signs all over the disinfect your area. There's a thermometer to take your temperature, but everyone, I think they've negged that idea for some reason. Except the governor signed it in the law on Saturday.
Really?
Uh-huh. That in any public buildings, you can legally stop someone now to take their temperature.
Wow.
Oh, you can, like you're allowed, but it's not a mandatory thing. Yeah.
Well, they didn't require it, but because that's like the guiding lines of opening is they want to do the temperature. So I'm just going to install the thermal camera walking down the steps that will automatically just grab everyone's temperature.
What if it's a hot day outside? You walk inside and
Your body temperature doesn't really raise internally.
Yeah, I don't think you're
outside.
okay. Yeah, sure. If you're tanning out in the parking lot for a few hours, you might trick the camera and you'll be sent home. I want to just put like the camera and then like have a thing. Attention! You have a fever. Please turn around and leave the building. No, but it's good to be back in the office, and now I have to work on like our setup here for like all the camera, because like all the good equipment is at my house. So now I gotta get like arms for microphones and do everything. We should set up in the conference room like something like a portable. This way we have one in the conference room, probably our desk. Like now I'm all into it. We definitely should get a green screen for the conference room for when we do.
Yeah, like a legit green screen, like an actual hanging one.
I'm thinking like one of those big ones that will hang 2 screws that just kind of clip on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Cover. So we have some stuff to do. We have a lot of videos. We have our webinar at the expo on Wednesday and Thursday. So, and they sent me a video, but it didn't work. So I re-asked them to send it, but apparently they said everything looks perfect with ours, which is really cool.
Cool.
Our webinar, Hackers Don't Quarantine, is replaying on YouTube today at 11 a.m. I worked this weekend to create an opener for it and an ending. And I'm learning from Laura. I'm like multi-layering multiple sound effects. If you watch it, there's like a whoosh part where like it introduces the game. I got like multiple audio tracks. I was like, what's going on over there? So, and then I rendered it on my laptop. And so my kitchen table, I'm rendering, and Nicole's on the other side of the table. And all of a sudden she's like, she has no idea what I'm doing. She's like, why is it so hot all of a sudden?
Oh, yeah.
The laptop, when it's rendering, was just like the GPU was at full force, and I got one of those new fans. It was blowing all the hot air across the table right at her. Like, what is your laptop doing? I'm like, oh, it's rendering a video file right now. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
They tend to get hot when you do that. But no, it feels good to be in the office. I'm on site a graduation right now. I'm not at liberty to say where, because I don't think they're supposed to be doing a graduation yet, but that's where he is. And then I know there was a secret meeting, which wasn't really secret because it was all over the newspaper on Saturday, that Massimo, along with the on Staten Island, have gotten together and are demanding that the governor speaks with them and allows the reopening. And if they do not reopen, they are going to take back Staten Island. So I'm not really going to comment much on that one, since a bunch of my friends are restaurant owners, but they're taking back Staten Island. Look, I get it. I went to Country Donuts today. Like, I ordered a bacon egg and cheese. That was the first time from like in probably 2.5 months. Got got donuts for there are donuts out there, by the way, and I request you only touch the donut you're going to eat. Don't lick.
Run
Don't
your hands over them.
But yeah, so look, I'm getting more comfortable. Like as I actually went to the donut shop and ordered, and we're gonna have Chick-fil-A for lunch today. I said they are doing curbside pickup at the mall, so one of us has to go. You'll go?
Yeah, because I want to swing home and take my dogs out anyway. I don't trust anyone at this point.
Where'd you park, Christina?
The block over.
The block over, not the behind us?
No, the block over next to the accountant, whatever they are on the corner.
Yeah, Michael D'Angelo.
Mm-hmm.
The accountant. Yeah, so wait, and you parked in the lot, Laura?
No, I actually parked on the street, like right next to this.
Oh, everyone's good. We're good then.
Yeah, I hope you didn't park in the across the street though, right? By the development houses. Okay, good.
Yeah, they might total your car.
They will tow you over there.
You're in Staten Island now. Don't ever park in front of someone's house. They're liable to slash your tires.
Right.
Well, right now, usually the Staten Island Facebook groups are just people posting pictures of people parked in front of their house. How dare you park in front of my spot? Whose car is this? Like,
my dad's like that. He's like, when you get your car, no one park in the driveway. Everyone in the street. If there's a spot in the street, park in the street. I'm like, we have a 3-car driveway. Why are we all parking in the street? And there's still never any friggin' spots, even when we're in the driveway. So
now, is your driveway a 3-car straight though, right? Not wide.
Yeah. No.
See, it gets annoying though because you're moving cars in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't driven my Audi in 3 months, and the reason being is, well, I can go anywhere. But the other reason being is because then I'm like, I got to move cars around. And it's like annoying. Yeah. Normally I had my cars on the street, but I didn't have my car on the street in the beginning because I was afraid people would walk by and accidentally cough on the door handles.
What? Irrational fear.
I have an irrational, but my fear has passed. I'm okay. I'm in the office. Nick made me come in the office. We were at my in-laws on this, and I was joking around with Nick, and I was like, I was like, they're all coming in on Monday. Do I have to go into the office? He's like, yes. He's like, if you don't go into the office, you will be a terrible leader and you will lose everybody.
Nick said that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, so I have to go in the office? He's like, yes. I was like, all right, but I can make excuses and act like I'm going on job sites, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, great. So I have to go on a job site, guys. I'm leaving right now. I'll be going. It's a big job. I'll be going all week. I'll see you next week. It actually feels good to be back in the office and be in my actual space, blast music again, have everyone be like, oh, God, what is Mike listening to? I have a new obsession with Machine Gun Kelly, so expect to hear him all day today.
All right.
It's a really good song. The couple of them. And he's dating Megan Fox now, if we're talking celebrity news, yeah.
How old is Megan Fox? Because she was, I remember like when I was a kid and she was in the Transformer movie.
She's like 35 or something. I would say.
I think my age. I think, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think she's that old.
Yeah, she's like 35 or something, 37.
86 she was born. She's 34.
Okay.
And
she was a kid, right?
She has like 2 kids, I think.
I think I went to school with her.
No, I don't think you did.
I feel like you'd be more confident in that answer if you.
She's not from Staten Island.
I lived in Florida, and she went to the school I went to.
Like elementary school?
Yes, elementary school when I was like 4th grade. So I went.
Do you have any of your old yearbooks?
No, that like 4th grade, like my parents threw them out. But when I did a bunch of, like, one point someone had said she lived in the town I lived in, like Port St. Lucie. I was like, really? And then when I looked it up, like I found discussions that she went to Morningside Elementary, which is where I went to school. So I think and again, I was, I think, in 4th grade at that point, and so she would have been in 1st grade. I probably wouldn't have really known her, but I think she was in the school I was in, as in elementary school. Yes, I know she's not from Staten Island. She's actually been born in Tennessee, Oak Ridge.
Oh.
I think she disappeared. I was talking to Nicole about this yesterday because when she's in the video of Machine Gun Kelly, and Nicole's like, she disappeared off the face of the earth. That was all because she had a huge fight with Michael Bay and Steven Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
During Transformers, and they basically killed her career. And then she apologized like 2 years ago or so, and they kind of rekindled. And you're seeing a little more. But what you learn, don't piss off Steven Spielberg. He'll destroy your career. She was married to who? Brian Austin Green.
Yeah, I
210.
think they just recently got separated.
Yeah, like I think last year, I think they finally got divorced or whatever. And now it's rumored like that she's dating Machine Gun Kelly, and then she just ended up in his video. So like people like see this cements the fact that they're dating.
Yeah.
But is he good looking? Like, do you like Christina? Like, do you?
He's not my type.
Yeah.
But I have an obscure type.
He's tall. He's 6'4".
Yeah, the height thing is cool, but I'm not into blondes, and I don't know.
Is he actually blonde?
He
Or
doesn't look like he's a real blonde, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like he's a natural brunette. He certainly is on the blonde side.
Have you seen the movie The Dirt on Netflix?
We talked about this the other day.
We did. You saw it, right?
I saw
Laura
it.
did not. Did you watch it, Laura? I gave it to you homework assignment.
When did you give me that?
Did you watch Road Trip? Oh, you haven't done anything. Did you watch Road Trip?
Hi.
The Dirt's really good movie. He was actually a very good actor. Like,
Yeah.
he really did a good part. But yeah, so this whole weekend I kept listening to the songs. Like he does a Paramore cover, and I just like his raspy voice again.
Mm-hmm.
To the point though, Audrey, I put the song on. Audrey's like, "Oh God, Daddy, again with this song." When your 3-year-old is telling you that because she watches the same things on repeat, you know there's a problem. Nicole was like, "Shut this shit off." And now I'm watching on Netflix Space Force with Steve Carell.
How is that? I've heard mixed reviews on that.
It's stupid, but I'm enjoying it. Like I watched 4 episodes last night.
Okay.
I laugh, but it's not like the best, but it's definitely enjoyable. Like I'm enjoying watching it. So I would definitely say I think it's only 10 episodes. I think I'm on episode 7. It's worth, the 5 hours of your time it'll take to watch the whole series. But I laugh. I like him. And then I was watching episodes of The Office. I didn't realize, like, when Steve Carell left, they brought in a bunch of people, like, to take over.
Yeah. It was, like, 3 different people they tried out to be, like, Michael Scott's replacement. And it was just kind of, like, none of them really lived up to Michael Scott. So.
I just watched the episode where Dwight finally became manager.
Yeah.
Like, was he the final manager, or does he do something to get rid of him?
I don't think he was. I haven't watched the last season in years just because I got like kind of sick of it after a while. Like if I ever rewatch it, I only really watch it until like season 7 when Michael leaves, or like season 6, because then they bring in like Will Ferrell and like
Will Ferrell was in it too.
Yeah, he was
he's in a
replacement, and
was he good? He wasn't good on it.
Like he's a good actor. He just wasn't good for like the role that they were trying to put him in. So like you can tell that it's like he's really trying his best, but like there just wasn't a whole lot that he could do with the character.
But now is that what made Steve Carell's career, right? Like 40-Year-Old Virgin came after that, right?
Yeah, it definitely didn't hurt his career. I mean, I don't want to say like what else has Steve Carell done, because he's done a lot, but like what has he done?
He did that one drama that was really good with the family. Yeah, it was like what was it?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I also can't think of the name for the life of me.
We're all on Steve Carell's IMDb.
Another one was Little Miss Sunshine. That was right after The Office just started.
Yeah.
And I would say that would be another like big
one.
What?
Yeah, the 40-Year-Old Virgin was actually the same year at the beginning of The Office.
Yeah.
He's done a lot. Anchorman he was in. Now that's a movie I haven't seen. Bruce Almighty. Was he in Anchorman? Yes, Anchorman and Bruce Almighty.
He was like the Isle of Lamp guy.
He was in Despicable Me. He was
That
great.
too.
He was the bad guy, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They say actors say the best thing you could ever do is do voiceovers, like cartoons. They get paid the most money and it's like the easiest work. You sit in a sound studio for a couple hours and get paid like millions.
There you go.
Oh, that's right. He was in Bewitched. That was kind of a stupid movie. My lights just shut off on me. It was the motion. Dan in Real Life. What was that one? I kind of remember. Horton Hears a Who. Yeah, he did a lot of Despicable Me.
Yeah.
Dinner for Schmucks. That was a stupid movie.
That was a funny movie. That was good. I enjoyed that movie.
Crazy Stupid Love. That was the one I was thinking of.
That was another like big one because that had Ryan Gosling in it and like Emma Stone.
It was a drama. He was like the father, I think.
Yeah, he was the guy that Ryan Gosling was like trying to make like a player or something.
Yeah. He was in Neighbors. TV news, uncredited. So he must have been in like a quick scene in Neighbors. That was a good movie. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. Space Force now. Minions. Yeah, he's doing a ton of the stuff off Despicable Me, which is pretty cool. I've never seen them, actually.
Really? You've never seen the Despicable Me?
No, and the other one I've never seen that everyone tells me is The Incredibles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am not the biggest fan of like sequels that weren't originated from like a series, at least movie wise, because I just feel like sometimes it's like, what else is there really to tell? Like, because Despicable Me was a really good story, and Despicable Me 2, I saw that one, and like that one wasn't bad, but it was also kind of like, there's not a whole lot that they had to do. Like they did create like a new good story, but it just felt like meh. And The Incredibles, I felt kind of the same way. I loved The Incredibles as a kid, and it was like one of my favorite like Pixar movies.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to see the new one that came out because I had always wanted a sequel. And it just kind of felt like
Yeah,
good, but like
I never saw the first one. People say it's like me and Nicole actually tried to watch like 15 or 20 minutes of it because I wanted to have Adriana watch it, but she got sick of it, and then we never finished. But the only movies Adriana will sit and watch was like the Toy Story movies.
Okay.
Last night she watched Cinderella, which is so weird if you think about it. Yeah, like the original from like the 30s. Mm-hmm. She'll watch that. She'll watch Snow White, like all the old Disney. And Sleeping Beauty she likes. But yeah, last night like she watched Cinderella at like 8:30. So like 8:30 at night, she's like, she tells me she's ready for bed. So I'm getting ready to put her to bed, and then I went to go take the trash out. Nicole was like brushing her teeth, and she told Nicole, "No, I'm not tired." I go, "Put Cinderella on," and she was up to 10 o'clock. She watched the whole freaking movie.
Oh my gosh!
Nicole was asleep on the couch, and I'm sitting there watching Cinderella. Like, you make fun of me because I listen to the same song over and over. I've watched this movie last week. I was like, "How many times are we gonna watch this old movie?" But she loves it. Like, and she actually sits there into it. Snow White, which is the one? Which one has the crazy witch? Like Snow White?
Crazy witch?
Snow White.
Right, with the witch, right? Trying to poison her.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
She has like the big nose and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Audrina calls her the crazy lady. She goes, "Oh no, the crazy lady's scary." Crazy lady. So then, like, if Audrina's being crazy, and I go, "You're the crazy lady," she goes, "I ain't crazy lady.
Oh,
I'm not crazy."
Gotta use it against her.
All right, we've been doing this for 30 minutes, so we are only going to be doing Breakfast with Bloomy once a week. We haven't figured out an exact day. My guess is probably going to be Monday, probably at 9:30. We'll start doing it. Half an hour. Work to have guests. Work to have Moss back. And as we do this, midweek with Moss is going to be once a week, and they're talking about starting it this Wednesday. And then Gotham, I'm not sure if it's going to be 1 or 2 episodes a week, but I believe they are back tonight at 10 p.m. And then we have End the Week with the Geeks Friday at 2. So you'll see us. You can check me out probably on Gotham After Dark tonight. But otherwise, we will see you on Tekie Geek on Friday, 2 p.m. End the Week with the Geeks, and get your IT questions to us. Have a good week, everyone. Be safe. Any last words, Christina, Laura?
Nope. Have a good day, guys. Yeah. Why did I sound British just now? Have a good day, guys.
Have you been watching Peppa Pig?
No.
Gosh,
All right. Goodbye.